Right then, welcome back to the channel. Another game with Ruud van Nistelrooy at the helm, managing in this little interim stint that he's in. Still don't know if he's going to be kept around after this, and I think it'd be wild if the club actually said if he wasn't going to be kept around, if they announced that prior to him leaving. I think that'd be crazy. That being said, first game since the draw against Chelsea at the weekend, and with that, our last 5 results are 2 draws, 2 wins, and 1 loss. Yay. In the Europa League, we are currently sat 21st, which is a mad place to be in, but is the way that new format is. We've started poorly, I think it's safe to say. But because of the mad format that it is, there's actually still plenty of time to be able to put ourselves into the next round. Ironically, PAOK's last 5 results are 2 draws, 2 wins, and 1 loss. And they're actually doing worse than us because they're 30th in the Europa League table. The manager of PAOK is a guy called Răzvan Lucescu. And he returned to the club in 2021, and he's been building a bit of a project ever since. Now, you will see them line up in a 4-2-3-1, and that often looks like a 4-4-2 out of possession, very normal. And when they're defending, the 9 and 10 operate as a bit of a 2 up front, and on average, their position will very much look like a 4-4-2. And I expect that they're probably not going to see too much of the ball. In big games, and especially in Europe, they're likely to sit back, soak up the pressure, try and play in a mid or low block. And the 2 centre mids that they've got are quite in tune with each other, to be honest with you. And they are very key to the function of their tactics. One of the centre mids will step up, try and disrupt a little bit higher up the pitch, where one of them will be tasked with staying back and helping to build up play. Now, the interesting thing about this is that's not a permanent position. They will switch and they will take different roles within that throughout the game, which is real fluid and real nice to see. At times, that can make it look like a 4-3-3 or even a 4-1-4-1. And it seems like their goal is to just provide a solid defensive base and making sure someone's always in that centre zone to stop anything coming down the centre of the pitch, at least. Their fullback's also quite crucial because they're the players that are going to try and provide width for them. The strong defensive shape is integral to how they aim to play in Europe, and they will try and counter-attack against us. They will give us the ball. We will see United in that 3-2-5 sort of shape, looking to try and probe and break them down. And they will rely on the pace of their wings and the forwards to try and nick something against us, especially since they are away from home. Now, it is a dynamic style of play, and the approach is very much tried and tested, not just with PAOK, but in Greece and in Greek football, actually. United are going to need to focus in this one. They are not blessed with incredible players. Realistically, this should be easy for us. They're going to sit back. They're going to make it difficult, but there is enough talent in this United squad to get the job done. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up their arse and tell you that Manchester United is difficult and anybody on any given day. No, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to play counter-attacking football. They will frustrate us, but there is enough in the United squad to get it done. Now, star man for them is a fella called Brandon Despodov. He's got 1 goal and 3 assists. He's probably their most productive offensive player. He likes to do damage on the counter. He's quite creative. He'll probably play off the right, one of the receivers that can make something happen, and all it takes is a good cross or a decent through ball, and we can find ourselves struggling in a game that we should get in there with. In terms of my United 11, there's not a million options at the moment, but I kind of liking at least a little bit what I see in certain areas. So I'm going to go with a backline that consists of Delo on the right, Mazraoui on the left, Martinez and De Ligt in the centre. I'm going to go with Ugarte and Casemiro. I don't know the fitness situation with the likes of Christian Eriksen. And even though I did think about playing Christian Eriksen in this because I expect it to be a game where United are looking to try and circulate the ball and you could really do with his creativity. I actually think Let him get fit properly for starters rather than throwing him into a game like this. Let Ugarte continue to play games, because their counter-attacking threat will be quite drastic. And if you have Casemiro and Eriksen in midfield, you're not really defending with a hell of a lot. And they will end up penetrating all the way through to our back line, often. And it'll basically be us defending 1v1 on the halfway. Now, if United get a couple of goal lead, I'd take Ugarte off and I'd put Eriksen on and I would keep the ball and see the game out. But I think you want to keep the pressure on them in their half, and you bring Ugarte in there to do that. The forward four, Ahmad on the right, Rashford on the left, Bruno and Højlund. That's got a bit of team. And the match winner for United... Let's say Rasmus Højlund, shall we? Let's say Rasmus Højlund. There will be opportunities for him in this game. There won't be a lot of space, but there will be opportunities for him in this game. If we can provide him the opportunities, he can get off to a bit of a flyer. I think we need to. Now, as always, this video is proudly sponsored by Hollywood Bets, and they've got an exciting offer for this upcoming match with PAOK. And United should be looking to secure a strong victory here at Old Trafford. The picks that we're going for: result, Manchester United to win. Over 9.5 corners, both teams to score, over 2.5 cards. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it, right? And it's been boosted from 4-1 to 5-1, so a tenner on that gets you 60 quid back. And if you would like to claim that, all you got to do is click the link in the description to get started. And if you're new to Hollywood Bets, creating an account is quick and it's easy, and new customers can access additional offers. Details for those are in the description. Odds obviously are subject to change. You must be 18 years of age or older to participate, and football is unpredictable. So while rivalry always delivers drama, this bet is meant to add a little bit of excitement to your viewing experience. It's certainly no guarantee of a win. For more information on responsible gaming, please visit begambleaware.org. So this, as always, is brought to you by our partners, Hollywood Bets, and click the link in the description, or let me know what bets you're going for in the comments. How do you beat them? Play vertical. I think you can disrupt them heavily by beating their press, because they will try and press us at times. It'll be when they're sitting in a low block, it'll be difficult for us. But if you can play around the corner when they press, you'll do quite well. Move the ball quickly and efficiently. Play at Premier League pace. It's usually a good thing. Like when English teams play in Europe, if they play at Premier League pace, they usually have a pretty good time with doing it. And then I think you need to stay patient. They're going to frustrate, and they're going to thrive on an opposition being frustrated and rushing, overcommitting, trying too hard at times to beat them. And sometimes that's where you can make a mistake and they can capitalize. So be patient, be composed, pick the right opportunities, create high quality chances, and then finish them. I know it sounds that easy. It's obviously easier said than done. But that's what the game is, isn't it? Let's do that and we'll be all right. Anyway, thank you guys for joining, as always. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. And enjoy the game tomorrow night. See you in a bit. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.